Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing for you guys an updated makeup collection video. So I know that kind of sounds a little bit weird. I did do one of these. This light is so damn bright. Oh, that works. Okay, I look very yellow, but to be fair, my walls are basically yellow. So I'm holding my vlogging camera because I figured I'd do this a la my old school vlogging camera because I don't really use this camera very much anymore. So I've recently kind of reorganized the layout of my room a little bit. And I've also just been reorganizing my Alex drawers from IKEA. And I figured I'd show you guys kind of how my current makeup collection setup is. I'm trying to remember when I added this third drawer. I know I added this drawer after my last makeup collection, beauty room, whatever the hell that video was. It's a lot more artsy than this one's going to be, and I will link it up here for you guys if you didn't see it the first time it came out, last June, I believe. So it's been a year. This is kind of how everything has evolved and moved forward in my collection in general. So yeah, let's get into this, shall we? Okay guys, let me just back up a little bit further and actually let me go ahead and, oh, I can only zoom in. So this is how my current makeup setup is in my room. I do share my bedroom with my beauty drawers, as you can see. Ignore my computer cords and that is Atticus, who now wants to know what the hell I'm doing. That's my computer charger and my camera for my regular Canon camera that I use over there. But I just want to kind of go over this. I'm just going to zoom in to get the general overview, and I feel weird zooming in on my cat. So let's start up here. So these drawers are from the Container Store, and I will link the ones I have down below. I have very tiny ones, which are the 4 across the top. I have the medium, larger size ones here, and then the giant ones, which are those ones over there. Ignore that. I just got back from Florida yesterday, and that is my makeup travel case. I also have Clorox wipes because I was cleaning this before I left for Florida, a lamp, and then I have my little mirror. Hi, it lights up. I've turned it off. And then these are pens that I journal with. So might do a journaling video on this channel, not sure yet. And then since Addie has now jumped up next to me on the windowsill, I have 3 of the Alex drawers from IKEA, and these are the 5 drawers. Shush, Addie. Hey. Do you need more attention in your life? Of course you do. He's an attention whore. Anyway, what was I saying? So I have 3 of the 5-drawer Alex drawers from IKEA. And then down on the floor there, I'll pull that out in a minute, but it's a, what is it called? A pad. I'll think of what it's called in a minute, that I got when I used to work at Sephora. So let's kind of give a quick overview of how I have all of this set up here. Also, my Apple Watch is freaking me out. I'm not used to it yet. So let's dissect this, shall we? Okay, so moving this aside, this is literally still packed with all the makeup. I just went to a wedding of a family friend in Naples, Florida over the weekend. So this is all still full of makeup that I have to put back in its drawers, but at the same time I kind of don't want to bother because in 10 days I'll be on a plane to Europe. If you guys didn't see my chatty video I did, it'll be up here for y'all to read or listen, watch, whatever you want to do. So in terms of the drawers, I'm just going to kind of, let me think, I'm going to do it like this. So this first one up here are foundations that I'm testing or about to be testing, and I don't really want to linger on this drawer because I'm in the middle of doing Foundation Frenzy. So yeah, this is an empty one. The drawer for this, what was actually in this, is out in my living room because I just used it to film my Zodiac tutorial. And then up here, this drawer, this is why I can't film these videos, is I have an attention-seeking cat. This drawer is all my setting sprays. So we've got, you know, you've got some Marc Jacobs, Morphe, Too Faced, Gerard Cosmetics, Tatcha, ABH, a NYX one. So there's definitely quite a bit of setting sprays. I'm sorry if you see Atticus's tail, because he thinks that that's all I have to do in my life is pay attention to him. Which is entirely true, by the way. It's bedtime, so he wants to go to bed. This drawer is all my face primers. I'm just going to pull this out to kind of show you guys the rundown of this. So I've got both high-end, for both this and the setting spray drawer, it is a mix of high-end and drugstore. So I've got like Physicians Formula, I've got Makeup Revolution, but I've also got MAC, Dr. Brandt, Touch and Soul. So there's definitely quite a few primers in here. And then moving to the drawer right underneath the primers is where I store my extra brushes. So I know what you're thinking, Kate, where are your brushes at? I was in the middle of moving them back to my room. I actually store them in, hang on, let me grab one. I'm just gonna put this up here. So I store most of them in because I have a ridiculous amount of mugs and I have a lot of candles that I buy from Bath and Body Works. I started storing some brushes in extra mugs because I ran out of space on my cupboard. So these are the ones I don't necessarily like to drink out of, I just like to look at them. So yeah, that's how I store most of my brushes, but they're currently sitting on my filming table in the living room. So, but this is where some of the backups are. So if I've been too lazy to wash my go-to brushes, I will pull brushes out of here to use instead. So we've got kind of bigger foundation brushes. This should be in here. Tinier, more precise brushes, and then spare eye brushes in the back. Going on to the next drawer, we've got the first section is lip pencils and crayons, and this is, for the most part, drugstore, to be honest. There's a couple of Buxom and Bite Beauty ones in here, but mostly it's NYX, ColourPop, Rimmel, so there's quite a few in here. These are my luxury lipsticks, so Dose of Colors, MAC, Makeup Forever, ABH, Lorac, and Bite, and then the last one are all my drugstore lipsticks. We've got NYX, L'Oreal, Rimmel, CoverGirl, ColourPop, lots of ColourPop in here. I think ColourPop and Honest is the most affordable lipsticks I have. This entire drawer right here is dedicated to lashes, and they are separated out by brand. I know you guys kind of got a similar overview of this when I did my blindfold makeup challenge, again, linked up here, but I've kind of rearranged some parts of it since that video, so yeah. We've got Kiss, individual lashes, Ardell, Violet Voss, and then the front two are House of Lashes. We have the traditional, not the traditional, my mistake. These are all light lashes, so we've got, you know, Iconic Lights, Serena, Allura, Boudoir, and I did write what they are on top of here because it's too much work to flip these over and get to the name on the back, so I did them on the top for easy access. The only problem is these don't fit this direction, so that guy stands up with his name facing out here, but Noir Fairy Lights, Demure Light, and then over here are just the traditional lashes. So we've got some of the Moncherie lashes, Starlit Radiant, Spellbound, Featherettes, the Tinkerbell lashes, which I will never get rid of. I love these lashes, especially the Just Wing It lashes, which are these. These are like a go-to look for me. For the record, yes, I do at some point plan to buy a label maker to label these, but because my collection keeps growing and expanding and getting rearranged all the time, I'm kind of afraid to make it permanent with a label maker. Yes, I am well aware I can just take off the label maker, but it feels permanent to me. Down here, we have eye products. So this is kind of like my favorite drawer right now because when it comes to summer, I'm big on glitters and creams and things like that. So up here, we have drugstore cream products. We have some of the Almay cream shadows. These ones Revlon, or these ones are Maybelline cream shadows, the Revlon cream shadows. And then I have pull one of these out, the Wet n Wild jelly shadows. So that's all there. This entire section is ColourPop, the Glitterily Obsessed, and then the Jelly Much shadows. Is that what these are called? I don't remember anymore. Yes, Jelly Much. These are Mega Jellies. These are Jelly Much. Really confusing. These are ColourPop pigments. I'm hopefully ordering some more soon, so I'll have some on the way, but these are right now just the Kathleen Lights Zodiac ones. There were just so many that I didn't want to mix them in with the rest of my glitters. So I have some Violet Voss ones, ABH, some BH Cosmetics ones, and NYX. In here are creme/pot liners. So I've got some from Tarte, ABH, NYX, Pretty Vulgar, and ColourPop. And then back here are like pressed pigments, basically. So I've got a whole bunch from BH Cosmetics, which are these ones on this side. And then these are the L'Oreal pressed pigments. These are gorgeous, you guys. If you haven't tried those yet from the drugstore, where have you been for the last decade, I feel like? These bottom two drawers down here are liquid lipsticks. This side, look out, Addie. This side are my pinks, reds, orange, and coral, and nudes. I don't want to pinch your tail, dude. We're gonna have to deal with the cat tail. Back here, kind of the dark and the weird colors, as I call them. So I've got like blues and greens buried in here too, and an Atticus tail. This is berries and purples. And then these are all lip glosses, all colors. They're not separated by color in here. And they're also not separated between high-end and drugstore in those as well. And then over here, like I said, writing utensils, things like that. So this is the thing that's down here on the bottom. This is from Benefit. We got it when they released the Ka-Brow, Precisely My Brow, Goof Proof, all those brow products that they created. They released those and there was a big launch party at Sephora and we all got to keep one of those. It's like a makeup station pad. But obviously since I don't use a desk anymore, I don't really need it, but I've held onto it in case I have a desk again in the future. So I've reorganized this. So the first two drawers in this, this first one is all masks and cleansers. So we've got like the Drunk Elephant TLC Sucari Baby Facial. We've got some PTR masks, some drugstore peel-offs, the Hell Pour, moisturizers, cleansing balms. I've got some standby of Pond's Cold Cream, which I used to use all the time to take my theater makeup off. And then obviously, like some more expensive masks. Sorry, that drawer is like literally cutting it close. Look at this. Can you hear it? Okay. Drawer under that is sheet masks. So these are put in a specific order. We've got calming, soothing, pore, moisturizing, brightening, and then in the back, anti-aging. The third drawer here is my hair care drawer. Now this, you're going, Kate, this is empty. This is an in progress drawer. I'm in the middle of moving stuff out of my bathroom because I want to reutilize my bathroom storage a little bit better than I currently am. So all my hair stuff will be moving into here in the near future. These are just things I recently purchased at CVS/Ulta, and I just want to make sure that I've got them in this drawer ready to go. Down here are my Z palettes and my lash stories. I think I've talked about my lash stories before. I used to love these when I only had like 10 pairs of lashes. Now I've got like 7 bajillion. So I don't really like the lash stories anymore. They're very helpful if you're not someone like me who has a crap ton of makeup that they're putting on all the time. If you're someone who's like dedicated and devoted to like a set of lashes, then this is great. My problem was I couldn't keep track of what was what. I ended up having to label them. As you can see, a few of these are missing because as they've gone bad, I've tossed them or they've been replaced with new ones anyway, so they're just gone. Some of them that don't have replacements yet, I've kept in here, so I remember to get them, and then I'm kind of tossing them as I go, and I do have them on the back as well. I do have a tiny one, which is currently still in my suitcase from Florida, but I do have eyeshadow Z palettes, face Z palettes, and then my go-to 9 shadow palette is currently in here. The bottom drawer is the tools drawer, as I like to call it, so it's spare dividers for my drawers, empty Z palettes, and then empty dividers for the container store drawers, because since I've rearranged how those are being held, these aren't quite as necessary, so if I buy more shelves, I will have extras soon, which is nice. The second Alex drawer, the top of it is, the entire back is my backups. This side is like tools for makeup, so lip creams, paint pots, tweezers, sharpener, glitter glue, scissors. Normally there's some more stuff in here for like applying lashes, but they're again all currently in this bad boy. And then on this side is obviously beauty blenders. So everything from drugstore to the beauty blender itself are in here. This drawer is foundations and concealers. So I'm not really happy with how this drawer is laid out. I'm hoping to change it in the future. I originally had my foundations in one of the big ones like that, but the drawer was just so heavy and I was never happy with how they were organized. And at least this way I can see all of them. And especially since between the original makeup collection video and this one, I decluttered a lot of foundations. So basically all the sticks and squeeze bottle foundations are back here. Anything in like a glass bottle is here and facing up. And then this entire container is, what's the word I'm looking for? Concealers. Going down another drawer, if we're working in the order of the face, these two are setting powders. We've got actual like setting powders, which this should be in there, here. And then this one is foundation setting powders, like It Cosmetics, Laura Geller. I think this is LA Girl. Yeah, LA Girl Pro Face. So that's that one. And these two are blushes. So we've got drugstore and we've got high-end. So, you know, we've got my Cliniques. Love these. Hourglass. Over here you got some L'Oreal, ColourPop, LA Girl, Milani, the iconic Milani blushes, and then a L'Oreal one. The next drawer, again working in order of the face, are highlighters and bronzers. So back here, all my kind of cream highlights and some cream bronzers as well. This entire side are all my highlighters, high-end and drugstore. Again, would love to have this in like its own separate drawer, but I'm not quite at that level of highlighter obsession yet. So we got, you know, the ABH highlights, the Gerard Cosmetics highlights, ColourPop, Lorac, Stila, Dose of Colors. I think this is the Desi X Katie one in Fuego, I think. Yeah, Fuego. Kylie Cosmetics, Makeup Revolution. So there's definitely a lot. Becca, my OG highlight, Becca. I'm thinking of doing like a throwback to makeup I used to use when I first started my original channel. This guy would have to be on it. I think this is the third Moonstone that I've owned. And then this is entirely all bronzers. Now, I definitely have to start a new one of these because I have like 10 new bronzers because I had an issue when I shopped on Ulta. So we got everything from ABH, which I'm just going to turn this. ABH, Ciate, Becca, Makeup Forever, drugstore like the Physicians Formula, Balm Balm Mama, my Hourglass. And then the final drawer down here are face palettes. So everything from the Tarteist ones to BH Cosmetics, Too Faced, ABH, Tarte, Hourglass, and again back to BH. And then obviously I still have a couple of my glow kits. So I've got the ABH glow kit in, what is this one, Gleam. I haven't used this in ages. And then moving on to the last set of drawers. The first one in here is strictly all ColourPop Super Shock shadows. I like being able to see them all, and if I buy any more now, they won't fit. They go all the way to the back. So if I buy more, they'll have to start a second layer, which will make me sad. I want to buy one of those containers where I can, you know, lay them all in one row and they'll all fit perfectly in the drawer height. But those drawers are really freaking expensive. I think they're Muji drawers or something along those lines. So I would like to like get a tray insert for this where I can insert the tray as a second layer so I can pull it out, you know, and still be able to look at the bottom layer. But I have to find one that's the exact dimensions of this drawer, which is hard. The next one are eye products. So we've got back here both creme and pencil liners, mascaras, everything from drugstore to high-end. These are like glitter / cream eye products. So the Stila ones, the Urban Decay glitters, NYX glitter, NYX lid products. These are like jumbo lid crayons, mostly NYX, but we've also got, this should actually be in here, you know, Maybelline, things like that. And then brows, everything from my Dip Brow. This is the wrong Dip Brow. Whatever happened to the other one? I should have a Dip Brow in taupe somewhere. I might have packed it for my trip to Florida and just not realized it. Yeah, stencils. I kept these in the brow drawer instead of the tool drawer because they're only for brows and I felt like it. The middle drawer here is all my neutral eyeshadow palettes. So the Too Faced mattes, these Dose of Color mattes, Naked 3 palette, Lorac, the Too Faced ones, Modern Renaissance, Sultry, Soft Glam. Anything that's kind of more neutrals with maybe 1 or 2 pops of color are all in here because this drawer is all the bright, colorful palettes. So like the Zulu palette, the Villains palette from Dose of Colors, the Creme de Couture palette from Sigma, the Kat Von D 5-year anniversary palette, which I don't really use anymore, but things that are like rainbowy are in here. The Riviera palette is a great example of what's in this drawer because this thing is hella colors. But there's that. And then the last thing in the bottom drawer are my giant oversized palettes, so ones that can't stand up because they are just too tall. They get to go in here. So I've got the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil, 2 of the Lorac Mega Pro palettes. This guy, the more I dig through these drawers and do this kind of video, I need to do like a throwback to like my first few videos I did on my channel. I did an entire series using this palette where I did 4 looks using the Lorac Mega Pro 4 palette, Mega Pro 3 palette. This is the Mega Pro 4. These Sephora Pro palettes, some BH Cosmetics and Morphe, and then the really big Juvia's Place palettes. I have the Magic and the Masquerade palette, I believe. Yes. So that is it, you guys. That is the entire makeup collection as it stands right here and now. Like I said, it's changed a little bit since, let me turn that. So I've definitely changed how my makeup is stored since the last makeup collection video I did. And I just thought it'd be cool to kind of update you guys because I am a very indecisive person, if I'm being completely honest with you. I can make short-term decisions, like for the greater good, in 5 seconds or less. But when it comes to stuff like how I organize an apartment, how I plan things out, like I'm very particular about certain things being a certain way, and for some reason I'm never happy with how my makeup is stored, and I've gone through like 5 different incarnations of a makeup drawer, and I kind of wish I'd filmed the earlier ones the first time I had this channel running back in 2016 or 15. I know some of the videos are still up on my channel. If you go really far back, all the way to the beginning, I have about 140 videos now, I think. Maybe more, I don't know anymore. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to see how both my makeup collection has evolved, because I've also decluttered a lot. Like, if you guys, comment down below if you're someone who found me from one of my declutter videos, because I think I've done 3 or maybe even 4 now declutter series. Now, I'm not moving in the next year, so I have this apartment until May of 2020, so I probably won't be doing a declutter video until sometime like as a spring cleaning of March of next year, unless I do one where I just kind of clean out the expired stuff, like things like concealers and foundations, primers, things that do have a real expiration date, not necessarily like powders like blushes and bronzers, which I know they do, but raise your hand if you actually follow that, because I don't know anybody who does. But basically outside of that, I'm happy with where it's at now. I know when I filmed my blindfold makeup tutorial, this is all facing against this way, but the problem is since this edge sticks about an inch out from the wall, there was one drawer that was an inch further than the rest of them, and it bothered me so badly. So yeah, I'm kind of rearranging how things are organized, and I'm kind of wanting to get it all done before I go on my trip to Europe, so that's in the next 10 days. I'm kind of reorganizing things. But yeah, let me really quickly jump to showing you guys my filming closet. I'm actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to do that. If you guys want to see, tell me down below. Are you interested in seeing my filming setup? Because it's not in this room. This room is strictly just my bed, my dresser, my nightstand, and these makeup desks, and my closet. But all my filming stuff is in the main room of my apartment, and I do have a 1-bedroom apartment. That's about 630 square feet. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I do YouTube in a tiny space like this, because it's not like I can have a devoted makeup room like people with houses can. I don't have a house. So if you want to see that, tell me, because I've kind of wanted to film it, but I've kind of not wanted to film it. So let me know your thoughts about that down below, so I kind of got a feeling of what people do and don't want to see. And also while you're down there below letting me know about those kinds of videos and when you found my channel and all of that, hit subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, I mean, I'm just a bundle of joy and loads of fun. Why does my watch keep buzzing? It's telling me to breathe. Accurate. What was I saying? Oh yeah, subscribe down below. Hit the notification bell. That way you guys don't miss when I upload videos. I usually upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Foundation Frenzy will be coming up in the next couple weeks here, so be sure you're subscribed if you want to catch on to round 2 of Foundation Frenzy here on my channel. And also, if you just like me, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Atticus! Mew mew! Monsieur. Monsieur Atticus. Signore Atticus, vieni qui. Signore Atticus, vieni qui, monsieur. He retreated into my closet where he's now going to knock over my suitcase.